Welcome back to another WoW Classic Questline video. And if you're on the NA server Dropulus, drop a line, come say hi. I'd love to have input on the video and what zone you'd like to see next in the lineup. And today we're discussing Shadowglen, which is a Night Elf starting zone located in Teldrassil, which is actually a giant world tree planted by the Night Elves after the Third War, after their first world tree kinda got burned up. So we started our adventure here, and there's just, new Night Elves chilling. That's fine. They can live their life. So first off, we're going to go see Conservator Ilathalane, and he will give us the Balance of Nature quest. Greetings, I am Conservator Ilathalane. My purpose in Shadowglen is to ensure that the balance of nature is maintained. The spring rains were particularly heavy this year, causing some of the forest beasts to flourish while others suffered. Unfortunately, the Nightsaber and Thistleboar populations grew too large. Shadowglen can only produce so much food for the beasts. Journey forth, young hunter, and thin the boar and saber populations so that nature's harmony will be preserved. And the main gist of this quest is you kill 7 Nightsabers and you kill 4 boars and you return to the Conservator, just slaughtering animals to preserve nature, because that's the Night Elf way. Returning to the Conservator, he'll say a job well done, and give you another quest also called the Balance of Nature. Thinning the younger population of creatures here in Shadowglen was a good start, but there is still work to be done. The resources of the forest will be depleted too quickly if the problem is not addressed. Killing nature's beasts is a necessary evil for the good of all who share the land. Venture into the forest and slay mangy Nightsabers and Thistleboars in the name of balance. And this is just another quest where you're out killing boars and Nightsabers. It'll give you a level here and there, and it's really just one of those rinse and repeat quests with higher level mobs in it. So kill those and then head back to town to turn it in. Conservator will give you another job well done message, and then you're off to visit the main of Shadowglen. The next quest you'll arrive at is given by Gilshellen Windwalker, who is at the base of Eldrassil. The quest he gives out is called Webwood Venom. I came to Shadowglen to observe the webwood spiders that dwell in the Shadowthread Cave. They are cousin to a much smaller variety of spider. I believe the World Tree has had a profound effect on them, and I would like to specimens to study to confirm this. First, I would like some of their venom. Gather webwood venom sacs from the spiders in and around the Shadowthread Cave to the north. I can then examine them for similarities with their smaller cousin's venom. So with this quest, you're just going to head up to the Shadowthread Cave, kill 10 spiders, return the venom sacs to Gilshellen Windwalker over here, so he can study them and take them back to Darnassus. Obviously, he's one of the druids just studying the land and seeing how world trees can, maybe have a not so great effect on the wildlife around that they planted. Huh? But upon returning, you get to choose a nice weapon, pick that up, and then you will actually get another quest from him, which will send you back to the same cave you were just at, but have you dive much deeper into it this time. So be prepared to fight and kill some more spiders, but we're going into Webwood Egg. Now that I have some spider's venom, I'd like to have some live specimens to study. Unfortunately, capturing a living giant spider is more than I can ask of you, young hunter, and a giant spider is more than I can handle myself. But if you can find an unhatched egg, then delivering specimens will be much easier, and I can then arrange for the unhatched spiders to be contained. There must be a nest deep in the Shadowthread Cave. Please search for an egg in the nest and return it to me. So once you get that giant egg from the back of the cave, you're just going to go over and return to Gilshellen Windwalker. He's going to be super appreciative of it because you're doing all fetch quests for him. But he does give you thanks and tells you that he will return the specimens to Darnassus because he does expect a great deal of results from them. But we're not quite going anywhere yet because he has one more final quest for us called Tanaran Summons. I heard that Tanaran has been asking for you. You'll find him in the highest room atop Eldrassil. We may live long lives, but it's best you not keep him waiting for too long. So Tanaran is basically the leader of Eldrassil and Shadowglen. He does live on top of Eldrassil, the big tree here that we're running up right now. He's a quick skip and hop up here, so let's go see what he wants. And what he wants is to give you this next quest, Crown of the Earth. It is time for you to set out and seek your destiny. but before you are ready to set out into the world beyond our enchanted forests, there is much you must learn about our recent history. Much has changed with our people since the Battle of Mount Hyjal. Nordrassil lies a pale shadow of what it once was, its power used to defeat Archimonde and drive back the Burning Legion. There is a task you must perform. Go to the Moonwell north of Eldrassil and return to me with a phial of its waters. Moonwells are very significant in Night Elf culture and society, as they hold the waters left over from the Well of Eternity, which help grant the Night Elves long life and blessings of Elune, their goddess. They've also been Night Elf lore since Warcraft 3 days in the Third War, where they would actually restore health and have healing properties for the Night Elf units that were left over in combat. And returning to Tanneron, he basically reiterates that how powerful the Moonwells are and how they can be used in combat, but the magics are banned for their sorcerers. He does have one more quest for us though, called Crown of the Earth, same as the other one. While there is more I could speak to you about the Moonwells and of Teldrassil, I must send you along. Korthras Moonrage will be expecting you. I have poured the phial of water you brought to me into this vessel to bring to him. Seek out Korthras. You will find him at the Moonwell in Dolinar. Follow the road south of Eldrassil along Shadowglen, and continue to follow the cobblestones as the road turns west. Mind you stay on the road though. There are dangerous beasts in the forest of late. And while as pressing a quest as that is, we do have a few more quests to wrap up here, like this one given by Melithar Staghelm, called the Woodland Protector. Thank goodness you are here, Hunter. Strange news has traveled to me through the whisperings of the forest spirits. The mysterious Woodland Protector, Terrandrella, has returned to Shadowglen. The Dryad's presence has not been felt in the forests of Kalimdor in years. Something is surely amiss if she has journeyed back to this land. Seek out Terrandrella and see what business she tends to in our grove. So all you have to do is head south and you'll find Terrandrella right where you started. When you encounter her, she'll say that Melithar was wise for sending you her way. She will then give you her own quest. The Woodland Protector. Something evil is brewing in the forests of Teldrassil. Look long the hills to where the peaceful furbolgs used to dwell. They have deserted their homes and are amassed under the name of the Gnarlpine tribe. Only the corruption of wicked Fellmoss could turn such a transformation. The Grells and Grelkin have infested the area and are threatening the residents of Shadowglen. Engage these Grells and Grelkin and see if they are indeed caught under the enchantments of the wicked Fellmoss. So the quest will have you gather 8 Fellmoss from the Grells and Grelkins in the old Furball camp. And when you head back to Terrandrella, she'll confirm that her fears are indeed the Fellmoss. It's basically just a corrupting agent that is going to tear some of the creatures asunder who are of lesser minds. And if you find yourself in Dolinar, there may be a druid that can help with this corruption here in Teldrassil. But that's all from Terrandrella, so next we'll head over to the little cooking area underneath Eldrassil and talk to Durania Silvershine. Her quest that she gives you is called A Good Friend. A friend of mine named Ivaron usually visits me at the same time every day. The strange thing is that he hasn't been by today at all. He's several hours late, in fact. I admit I'm a little worried. Ivaron spends a lot of time over by the cave to the north, and I'm sure you know how dangerous it is there. Spiders everywhere. If you happen to be going that way though, will you keep an eye out for him? And even though we have in fact been by this cave before, we are going to take a quick cut into the nook here to find Ivaron seated over here. And he'll give us his own quest named A Friend in Need. Ugh, I was bitten very badly by a spider named Githias the Vile while exploring the cave very close to here. I am sure I have been seriously poisoned. You must help me. Please tell Durania Silvershine. She will be able to help me. Hurry. I'm so dizzy. So you simply head back to Durania Silvershine and report your findings of Ivaron. And luckily, it seems she knows the cure, because her next quest she gives you is Ivaron's Antidote. We may be able to help Ivaron, as I know of an antidote that should help with the poison. It requires some ingredients, though, before I can make it. I will need hyacinth mushrooms. You can find these growing under trees, or you may collect them from the grell south of here. They seem to have taken a liking to them. I'll also need moon-petal lilies, which only grow around watery pools. The last ingredient may prove the most difficult. From the spiders that poisoned Iveron, collect webwood ichor. And so this quest basically sends you all around Shadowglen collecting various mushrooms, flowers, and the webwood ichor from the spiders. So you'll make one loop to the cave and then just look around trees for the mushrooms and look around the watery lake for the lilies. After that, you can return to Durania with the goods, and she'll craft an antidote for her friend. You can run over to her. Once you turn all the reagents into her, she will craft a potion and give you another quest that is also named Iveron's Antidote. The antidote is ready. Please see that Iveron drinks it. There is something that you should know. The antidote. It will only remain viable for 5 minutes. You must get it to him in time. Speed be with you. So this is the first time quest that you'll get in any of the Night Elf zones. You basically have 5 minutes to run from the bottom of Eldersil over to Iveron by the Spiderweb Cave. It's not too bad, but it is something to be aware of if you have not encountered this kind of quest before, that you do have to make a beeline to him to get there in time. You give him the vial. Iveron drinks and is feeling better, saying thanks to you and thanks to his friend that she is always looking out for him, and hopes that you can clear out the spiders before he can go. And with that quest completed, you can head back to Eldersil, and we are actually going to take our departure of Shadowglen and head into Dalinar, the first major Night Elf town you'll encounter. So remember, this quest, Crown of the Earth, we're going to go turn this in, but first we have one more quest to pick up from Porthanius. And the quest he gives out is called Dalinar Delivery. Greetings, young hunter. Can you offer me aid? I have a package of herbs I must deliver to the town of Dalinar, but I still have business with the druids of Shadowglen. I cannot leave yet. Can you deliver this package for me? It must be sent to innkeeper Keladrimer at the Dalinar Inn. It lies along the road to the south. So with that, you take the package and you head over to Dalinar down the road. Every race has a version of this quest that gets you into the next inn at the town over to leave the starting zone and introduce you to the bigger world out there. And I do want to take a quick second, guys, before this video is up to say thank you for watching all the way through. If you have any recommendations or ideas of what zones you'd like to see next, please give a like and a comment down below. But here we are at Dalinar. We're going to turn in the file of the Moonwell into Korthras over here, as requested, and we're going to make a quick jump to the innkeeper up above for Porthanius' package. The innkeeper Kaldemir does say thank you, but he does wish that he could see his friend Porthanius. However, he gives us some food and water and allows us to set our hearthstone to it. And here's where we will call our video, guys. We made it to Dalinar. Thanks for watching and tuning in. We're going to leave it here. I do upload videos every week, starting with this new classic series. We're going to drop the retail stuff for a bit. It's focused on classic. So, like I said, please subscribe. Watch out for me on twitch.com. And I will see you guys next week. Adios.